else, I'm hard to please. We don't
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual threat quarterback. He can reach a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Malcolm Kuntz in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To the air goes Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Daniels. Staying on his feet. Gets through and now an opening. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Daniels looking to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Austin Eckler taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we're going to have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him. And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that type of efficiency in Vegas. And the best part, he has a head coach in Pete Carroll who really believes in him. I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Smith. That is caught at the 7. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. A shotgun snap for Smith. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Here's Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
To throw is Daniels. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top and take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Daniels going to try to sneak, and he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Now Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to pull off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to Jeanty on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Smith. Got his man, it's Thornton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, it's Jeanty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Geno going to hand it to Jeanty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Geno. Quick hitch, complete. It's Thornton. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 8 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
For a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Up the middle with Eckler. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they go play action. Daniels. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of
2 yards is the pickup, and Washington set up now 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, here's Smith. Over the middle, he's got Myers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. They'll fake it. Now Smith. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Geno down to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. In motion left comes Brown. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
He's got a man complete. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mayer there to bring it in. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now a 2nd and 6. Now it's Smith. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Smith finding room at midfield. And he is going to have the Raiders Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Raider first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play action. It's Smith. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. A run straight ahead with Genty. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Eddie Goldman on the stop.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Daniels looking to throw. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's Daniels. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 29-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment. Running play.
Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On the give, Jeanty. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Smith. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Dorrance Armstrong just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a Commanders first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the Raiders' 40-yard line.
Second and a couple. Now Daniels. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Gay now set to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 72 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one.
Washington Commanders. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Throwing now is Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Second and 5. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he sidestepped 1 man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Daniels going to try to sneak, and he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Washington first down. First and 10.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call a low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 38, Raiders 24.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Genty. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. Taken down at the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On the give, Jeanty. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Las Vegas first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A run out of the gun to Jeanty. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
And the Raider first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A give out of the gun to Jeanty. And they've got it in the red zone now down at about the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 19 yards for Raheem Mostert. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Able to slither by. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Eckler now between the tackles. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw. Daniels. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing now is Geno. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Smith. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll make it second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Daniels looking to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the Washington first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulated right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3. Here's Daniels. Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the option, here's Eckler.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular offense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The jumbo set out there, 3rd and inches.
They'll sneak it with Smith.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
After the run, Smith going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Now it's Genty.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
Intended for Trey Tucker. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's 1st and goal following the fumble return.
On the give, this is Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll get get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Austin Ekeler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And Austin Ekeler capped it off with the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Smith now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Smith. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It's Myers again with another catch.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Smith throwing again. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Smith keeps it on the sneak.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To Genty.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now it's Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Thornton, the motion man right.
Geno now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing is Smith.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Now Smith. That's caught by Myers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
At the 9-yard line.
Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them. Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
On the ground, it's Genty.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now Geno. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Dante Thornton
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 38.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 76 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Daniels. Short throw here to tight end Bates. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And McLaurin, the motion man right. This to McLaurin out on the left side. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And now here comes the 3rd of timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 7. 1:54 on the clock.
The late fumble gives him unexpected new life as they come up first down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here's Smith. Gets this to Myers.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Smith to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Smith. That's to Bowers once again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's 1st down. Smith's going to throw it. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
10 yards.
And now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Not just crossing off yardage milestones and win or lose. His name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
9-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now Smith. And he's got it.
And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
One last throw here for Smith. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's second down. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And they can't bring him down. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he stopped immediately there.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Throwing now is Daniels. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They go play action. Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense that got 2 timeouts maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea, and try and get themselves settled, because we're in OT. This is big time.
Malcolm Kuntz picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Now remember, again, a touchdown wouldn't win it just yet, but it can give them a big leg up. It's 2nd down. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And it's caught. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
That time a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So out come the Raiders.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's 2nd down.
Smith.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down.
They snap it to Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
He finds Mayer here. And he's going to get into the end zone. They respond with a touchdown of their own. And now decision time. Down by 1 here at OT.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this one through the uprights and good. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now 3rd down and 7. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
And here in overtime, that had the potential to be the definition of a game-changing interception. But he couldn't find a way to pull it in. And that's a disappointment there.
Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Once again, it's Genty.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Play action. It's Smith.
And it is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Raiders 1st down.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Open man is Tucker. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Throwing now is Geno.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
brings up second.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On the zone read, it gives to Genty.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Genty. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it.
They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Raiders escape with a victory.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.